Good afternoon. My name is Tom Wilson, and this presentation is made to be shown on June the 22nd in preparation for a charge conference on June the 29th at Broad Street United Methodist Church, and concerns the renovation and restoration of the church building on the center tower and the west tower and the north wall. Most of the work taking place will be exterior and some work interior to the towers. The reason this work is necessary is because of what we've had this past week, a lot of rain. Moisture is what causes deterioration of any building, and a wood structure with masonry like we have at Broad Street, the building has been kept in very good shape. It is in very good condition now. The work we're considering is very similar to what was done on the east tower and the Tiffany window and the window beside the Tiffany window about 4 years ago. It's really the same thing. The pictures you see during this little discussion were made over a period of time, some of them as recent as this week. They are pretty representative of what's there. And the first item of work that's needs to be done is the roof around the towers in this high part. There are 4 areas, and after these 4 areas are completed, most of the roofs on the church will have been fixed recently. That work consists of about $65,000 worth of work and is very important to keep moisture out of the building. The other work, we're going to start at the top of the center tower and paint, clean, make watertight. Anywhere that there's rotten timber that is attached to the masonry will be checked. If it needs to be replaced, we'll do that. The exterior facade around the tower will be cleaned and painted, in some cases replaced. The windows, window sills, interior window sills will be fixed, and in some places the interior window sills were never finished during the original construction, so we'll finish those, and this will assist in keeping this moisture content out of the building. And some of the windows will actually be completely new. It just doesn't make sense to patch and repair where the patches and repairing are going to show. So when we get through, it will look just like it does now, only it'll be clean and it'll be watertight. The brickwork will be cleaned. The joints in the masonry on Broad Street Church are very thin, very narrow joints. It's very hard to do anything with them, and all of the mortar at the time it was built was just lime and creek sand, and when you get a 1/4 inch joint with lime and creek sand, even though the wall is 2 foot thick, it's going to have moisture, and the moisture is going to be in there virtually all the time. So any wood against this masonry that's wet all the time is going to rot. So our efforts here are to clean the brickwork and then waterproof it, point up as much of the joints, and make sure the brick are tight and not crumbling and falling out, which we don't have much of that, but we do have some that are high up that need to be fixed. So we'll do that, and that's the biggest job. We'll paint all of the tin and use body putty and fix the rust. A lot of them are rusted out. Some of them cannot be fixed and will be abandoned and the area made watertight. The ones that can be fixed will be fixed. The big window on the front, the cover will be taken off. All of the trim will be checked, and one of the problems we've had over the years, or the covering when it was put on the windows, was made airtight, and the condensation has caused the interior part of the window to rot and the sills to rot. So we've got to correct that issue and get the proper covering properly ventilated, and we're going to paint it, clean it up, replace what trim has to be replaced. This will be done as part of this project. The main thing that I want to make sure everybody understands is that our building is in very good shape for a building of its age. The only issue we've got is to keep the water out of the building. If we do that, we should be good for another 100 years. It takes continuous maintenance on a facility like we've got. There's always work to be done. The project is kind of a situation where you just have to go with the flow as you find out what the issues are. It's a matter of getting in there and see what we need to do and make sure we're prepared to do the right thing to get it fixed. So if anybody's got any questions, Jim Epperson's going to handle most of them. If I can help with any of them, I will. Thank you.